In the vast world of battle through the heavens, storms of power and fate are once again gathering. After returning from the wilderness' ancient domain, Xiao Yan's name resounded across the Central Plains. With the Bodhi seed retrieved and the Bodhi pill successfully refined by Yao Lao, the strength of Xingyun Pavilion grew rapidly. Countless powerful Dou Zuns, attracted by the fame of the Flame Emperor, flocked to join, raising Xingyun Pavilion to become one of the most influential forces in Zhongzhou. However, power inevitably breeds envy, and the rise of Xingyun Pavilion soon drew the hostility of the surrounding major sects. Among them, the most dangerous of all was the alliance formed by Tianming sect and Glacier Valley, an alliance born from ambition and greed, the Styx Alliance. The Styx Alliance, led by the infamous Tianming Old Demon, was a gathering of numerous sects that feared the rapid rise of Xingyun Pavilion. Their leader, cunning and ruthless, was known for his merciless nature. In the past, he had clashed with Yao Lao and had always harbored resentment after being humiliated by him. When news spread that Yao Lao had successfully refined the Bodhi pill and that Xiao Yan was in closed-door cultivation, Tianming Old Demon saw a rare opportunity. Backed by the Soul Palace, he gathered the forces of Glacier Valley and the Tianming sect, with the Second Heavenly Venerable, Third Heavenly Venerable, and the terrifying Nether Saint joining the campaign. Thus began a massive invasion against Xingyun Pavilion, a war destined to shake the Central Plains. When the war began, the skies above Xingyun Pavilion were filled with roars and explosions. The battle between the two great forces shattered mountains and split rivers. Under the leadership of Yao Lao, the disciples of Xingyun Pavilion fought valiantly, their battle cries echoing through the clouds. Cai Lin transformed into her nine-colored serpent form, unleashing waves of destructive Duqi. Xiao Yi Xian summoned the aura of the heavenly poison body, releasing a green mist that corroded even the air itself. Qinglin's heavenly serpent eyes glowed with radiant light, suppressing the enemy's movements. But despite their combined might, the difference in power was too vast. The Styx Alliance's assault was overwhelming. The Tianming Old Demon himself, a peak half-saint, led the vanguard, crushing everything before him. The Nether Saint, known for his bone-white demonic flames, ravaged Xingyun Pavilion's defenders. His ghostly aura spread across the battlefield like Death's shadow, reducing countless disciples to ashes. Meanwhile, the Second and Third Heavenly Venerables from the Soul Palace coordinated their strikes, trapping Cai Lin and Xiao Yi Xian in layers of illusory arrays. For every fallen warrior of the Styx Alliance, 10 more disciples of Xingyun Pavilion perished. The once proud Star Realm was drowned in blood and despair. In the midst of this chaos, Yao Lao fought fiercely against the Tianming Old Demon. The clash between the two semi-saints shook the heavens. Every strike of Yao Lao's heavenly flame melted the air itself, while the Tianming Old Demon countered with a torrent of dark, soul-devouring qi. The ground beneath them collapsed, and the void trembled from their blows. But even with his unmatched alchemical might, Yao Lao was outnumbered and exhausted. The enemy's reinforcements pressed harder, and Yao Lao was gradually pushed into a desperate corner. Cai Lin, her body drenched in blood, continued to fight despite her wounds. Each swing of her blade left streaks of 7-colored flame across the battlefield. But the strength of the Heavenly Venerables was simply too overwhelming. Xiao Yi Xian, summoning the poisonous mists of her heavenly poison body, tried to protect the pavilion's disciples, but her body could no longer bear the corrosive backlash of her own poison. Even Qinglin, though wielding the power of the heavenly serpent eyes, was battered and nearly unconscious. The once glorious Xingyun Pavilion was on the brink of annihilation. The Tianming Old Demon's laughter echoed across the sky as he looked down upon the broken defenders. He demanded Yao Lao's surrender, promising to spare their lives if they would hand over the pavilion and leave the Central Plains forever. But Yao Lao's eyes burned with determination. After all these years, after countless battles and sacrifices, how could he bow his head to evil once more? With a hoarse roar, he unleashed the full might of his heavenly flame, igniting the entire battlefield. His life essence burned fiercely, and for a moment, the fire of defiance blazed brightly in the night sky. But even the bravest flames eventually wavered before the storm. Yao Lao, Cai Lin, Xiao Yi Xian, and Cai Lin were all grievously wounded. The Tianming Old Demon prepared his final strike, a blow powerful enough to erase Xingyun Pavilion from existence. The disciples screamed, and despair filled the air. Just when all hope seemed lost, a thunderous explosion erupted from the back mountain of Xingyun Pavilion. The energy surge that followed was so immense that even the semi-saints on the battlefield froze in shock. The heavens trembled, and endless torrents of flame burst from the mountainside. A figure emerged slowly from the sea of fire, his black robe fluttering, his aura boundless. His presence alone seemed to pierce through the despair that shrouded the pavilion. It was Xiao Yan, the young master of Xingyun Pavilion, the Flame Emperor who had once shaken the continent. After 2 years of seclusion, Xiao Yan had finally achieved what countless cultivators could only dream of. The Bodhi pill refined by Yao Lao had granted him the opportunity, but it was Xiao Yan's indomitable will that allowed him to step into the realm of Dou Sheng. At this moment, his flame blazed brighter than ever before, an immortal fire that would consume everything standing against him. When Xiao Yan appeared, the battlefield fell silent. Both friend and foe could sense the overwhelming pressure radiating from his body. Even the three half-saints who had once looked down upon him felt their hearts tighten in fear. Without a word, Xiao Yan raised his hand, and 9 different heavenly flames ignited around him, swirling into a storm of apocalyptic energy. The skies darkened, and the earth quaked beneath his feet. Tianming Old Demon sneered, unwilling to accept that Xiao Yan, who had just broken through, could challenge him. Together with the Nether Saint and the Third Heavenly Venerable, he launched a combined assault. The world seemed to crack under their combined power. But Xiao Yan did not retreat. His Dou Sheng aura erupted, fusing with the ancient heavenly flames as he unleashed the Flame Emperor's annihilation lotus. The explosion that followed was like the wrath of the heavens. The light devoured everything, and the ground melted into molten rivers. When the light faded, the battlefield was in ruins. The Tianming Old Demon staggered backward, his armor shattered, his expression filled with terror. The Nether Saint's skeletal body cracked under the force of Xiao Yan's flames, and the Third Heavenly Venerable barely managed to escape, his robe scorched and his soul trembling. Within a few breaths, the 3 half-saints who had dominated the battlefield were utterly defeated. Xiao Yan hovered above the battlefield, his black eyes burning with a divine flame. His presence alone silenced the cries of war. As the survivors of Xingyun Pavilion raised their eyes, hope returned to their hearts. Xiao Yan's flames engulfed the remnants of the Styx Alliance, erasing them completely from the land. The Tianming Old Demon, once so arrogant, was crushed under the weight of Xiao Yan's Dou Sheng might. His final scream echoed faintly before being consumed by fire. Only the Nether Saint managed to flee, his tattered soul escaping into the darkness. But his fear was unmistakable. He knew that from this moment on, the name Xiao Yan, the Flame Emperor, would once again spread across the Central Plains, striking fear into all who dared oppose him. As the smoke of battle cleared, Xiao Yan descended slowly to where Yao Lao, Cai Lin, and Xiao Yi Xian lay wounded. His eyes softened as he looked upon his master and his companions. With a flick of his hand, waves of healing flame gently enveloped their bodies. Though weary and bloodied, the light of victory had returned to their hearts. The once devastated Xingyun Pavilion now stood illuminated under the fiery glow of the setting sun. Countless disciples knelt, their voices rising together in unison. "Long live the Pavilion Master!" Their cries echoed through the heavens, heralding a new chapter in the legend of the Flame Emperor. From the humiliated youth who once walked the deserts of the Jiama Empire, to the sovereign who now commanded the power of a Dou Sheng, Xiao Yan's journey was nothing short of miraculous. And yet this victory was but the beginning. Ahead lay the Soul Palace, the Gu clan, the endless mysteries of the ancient races, and the path toward the ultimate Dou God realm. Xiao Yan's eyes, burning with unyielding resolve, looked into the horizon. The battle against the Styx Alliance had proven one thing beyond doubt. No matter how many enemies rise, no matter how vast the darkness, as long as his flame still burns, battle through the heavens will never end. Thus ends one of the most earth-shattering chapters in Battle Through the Heavens. The rise of Xingyun Pavilion, the fall of the Styx Alliance, and the glorious return of Xiao Yan as a true Dou Sheng marked a turning point that shook the very foundation of the Central Plains. From this moment on, the name of the Flame Emperor once again ignites fear and reverence across the continent. Yao Lao, Cai Lin, Xiao Yi Xian, and all who fought by his side can finally breathe the air of victory, though the scars of this war will remain as eternal reminders of their sacrifice. Yet in the vast world of cultivation, peace is only temporary. The shadow of the Soul Palace still looms, ancient clans stir from their slumber, and the mysteries of the heavenly realm await beyond the horizon. Xiao Yan's breakthrough to Dou Sheng is not the end of his legend, it is merely the beginning of a new era. The flames of destiny will continue to blaze, consuming all that stands in his way as he walks step by step toward the throne of the Dou God. If you were moved by this epic battle, don't forget to leave your thoughts below. Which moment thrilled you the most? Yao Lao's defiance, Cai Lin's sacrifice, or Xiao Yan's fiery return? Subscribe, like, and stay tuned because Xiao Yan's next step will shake the heavens once again. This is Battle Through the Heavens, where every flame tells a story and every battle shapes a legend. See you in the next episode.